Imagine you're a cancer patient desperately researching different treatments available on the market to fight the progression of such a devastating disease. You scour the internet and finally find a drug that has been recently approved by the FDA and is considered more promising than other available treatments, a status known as breakthrough therapy designation. You excitedly tell your doctor about this treatment, only to be dejected after learning that this drug is not an option for you because your demographics aren't represented in the clinical trials. It's jarring, isn't it? This summer, I completed a rough analysis of all cancer drugs approved by the FDA with breakthrough therapy designation between 2017 and 2022 with another Margolis intern and found that Black and Indigenous communities only represented approximately 3.1% of all clinical trial participants for cancer treatments. On the other hand, white people represented about 74% of all clinical trial participants. These statistics reveal a clear lack of representation of Black and Indigenous communities in clinical trials for cancer drugs with FDA approval and breakthrough designation therapy. But what does this mean? It means that some of the most cutting edge cancer therapies are inaccessible to historically marginalized communities because they are not represented in such clinical trials. Often, many of the trial participants that are able to receive such promising treatments are either wealthy, white, or both. Now, where do we go from here? Some policy suggestions include mandates that require clinical trial participants to reflect the racial composition of various cancer disease burdens, specifically within the context of the US. Additionally, it is important to make sure that the recruiters for clinical trial participants are cognizant of the socio-demographic characteristics of each individual and make an effort to record them. Despite these broad policy suggestions, in order to include historically marginalized communities in such trials, building trust and acknowledging past collective trauma in relation to clinical trials is crucial, for which further discussion is needed. We must remember as researchers and policymakers to not make Black and Indigenous populations feel like guinea pigs or only trial subjects as we offer novel cancer treatments through clinical trials. Culturally sensitive recruitment strategies are key to resolving this racial gap in clinical trial representation. Thank you.